Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Board Game Barbecue podcast. This is Jules here, and it's episode 351, and we're here to do our top 5-1 games of all time for this year. We've got the whole gang. Adi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Oh, doing fantastic. I always look forward to these episodes. They're funny and unexpected, and then we forget about what happened last year and move on.
Yeah.
We've also got Conor. How you doing, Conor?
Good, thanks, Jules. I haven't seen you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I'm sure. Well,
Yeah, that was. Looks like he's really missing you.
yeah. I was going to say we might see more of each other, but you're actually the opposite side of the city to me.
That was planned. That was definitely.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Sorry, just to quickly clarify, we have had a bit of a 5-minute break between recording the first and the second half. I just want to ask something. Jules has got a mattress behind him, right? Is he now laying down on said mattress, or is that just you sitting up against the mattress? I'm checking. Have you changed position?
This is wigging me out.
I didn't think about that until you said it, but no, I'm sitting up against a mattress.
Right.
But it
We
could
can't
look like
tell
it's a top
because you don't have any hair. So we
Yeah,
can't.
you can't tell.
No, it looks like you're inside one of those cushioned rooms in a psychiatric hospital.
Yeah, I'm in an asylum right now.
Yeah, for putting
That's genuinely
Inish
what it looks
on his
like.
top 10. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely.
My headcanon is Jules is on his back with his legs in the air. Just
Yeah.
Resting his lappy.
No sense to people listening.
Explain yourself.
Well, you've heard the rest of the crew that's here, so let's move on. All right, let's kick off with our number 5, shall we? 80, let's hit the go button.
So yeah, my number 5 is a game that was on my list last year. It was much further down, so it was on I think number 10 or 9, but essentially it is High Society. I still love that game. I still really enjoy it. It's a bidding game which just invokes chaos because everyone has the same amount of money to start, and essentially whoever spends the most money can't win. And I've taught this game at every game day this year that we have done, and it's always been with the sort of newer members of the community who don't play as many games as potentially we do, and they're always about a third of the way through the game realizing, hang on a second, I've spent way loads of money. So at the moment, I can't win, even though I have 9 points. And then the double cards come out where it's doubling scores. And they're like, well, I can't even bid on that because I'm definitely going to lose. And it's just really funny to watch people figure that out. And I was lucky enough that at the last game day, one of my ex-work colleagues attended with his partner, and they've only ever played Monopoly Deal, and they've never played any sort of modern board games, and they bought Flip 7 off the back of a suggestion that I'd made to them because I thought they'd enjoy it, and they loved it. And then they came to the game day and had an absolute blast, and that was one of the games I got to teach them and a couple other new people at the table as well, and it just hit. Everybody enjoyed it. It did take a little bit to get used to because, like I said, the cogs start turning when you realize some of the mistakes you've made early on when you've spent too much to try and win a 7 card, and then the 10 comes out and then people are paying less for that, and it's just great. It's a fantastic game. It's standing the test of time, and I believe there's another reprint being done by All Play.
Correct, yes.
Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with the game. I think the game is absolutely fantastic as it is. However, I would love to see if they did a couple more cards that messed with the game a little bit, just for the fun of it. Not that I think it necessarily needs it, but if there was another card in there that did something negative or positive, it would be kind of cool to see some different mechanisms in it. But yeah, High Society, absolutely love it. Fantastic game. So
Brilliant game. Absolute classic.
Do you know what? I think I say this every time that someone talks about this on the show. The fact that you can't break your you can't get change for your cards is that makes the game, because it's okay, I've spent my 4, I have 2 or 10. I can't, what else am I going to do? I've spent all those cards in between it. It's so clever. And the fact that, like you said, if you spend too much money, you can't win. It's just lux.
It's so funny. When I teach it to new people, on purpose go, don't spend all your money. If you have spent all your money, you're not going to win. But it's funny that people still make that same mistake when they're doing it. It's really fun to watch people make that mistake.
Yeah.
I love that it has a bit of the thing that No Thanks has, where you give someone the little eyebrow raise going, yeah, go on, outbid me. I dare ya. It's that, how much do you want to, how close to the sun do you want to fly? And just, I always fall in the face of my own hubris in this game, but it's excellent.
So good. All right, Connor, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is new to my list because I'm pretty sure it came out this year and lots of people were waiting for it. It was supposed to be the spiritual successor to Too Many Bones, and it has taken Too Many Bones off my list, and that is Elder Scrolls: The Betrayal of the Second Era. This game is incredible. It does everything that I love about Too Many Bones. I've always said Too Many Bones is a big puzzle, and I always felt like, the powers in Too Many Bones were really, really fun, but you didn't lean into them as much. With Elder Scrolls, that's not the case. You have an incredible system of your life and then rolling the dice and then all that type of stuff. It's so good. It might be teetering on being a bit too complicated, but it's a chip theory game, right? Like they love really complex systems, and the fact that they've released the more content that's coming out, I think this will just be one of their ones, their cash cows, their evergreens, where they can just keep going back to the well. I mean, you think about Elder Scrolls as themselves, right? There's just so much that they can lean into for this. I cannot wait to play this more and more and more. It's definitely a game that you set up over the holidays and you just smash it out 80. I know you guys have played it way more than I have, but yeah.
We were the same. We were leaving it set up on the game table and then having to sort of work our way around it because we never wanted to pack it up. Because, you might be playing it Monday, Tuesday night, but then having a game night on a Wednesday night with your group. So then we end up moving tables around just to keep it set up. But absolutely fantastic game. Brilliant design. Really interesting in how you can kind of mix the classes and the different races and the different abilities and everything, just however you like. Just like in the video game where you can pick whatever you want, but if you start creeping around and you just creep, you build your stealth skill up when you're an orc. Like you can still do that. It's still a viable choice. Yeah, great game. And another one of those ones where I was very blessed to have Finn be a wingman and play it with me ad nauseum and get way more into it than I was and understand it on a much deeper level than I could. I was just trying to DM stuff and make sure we were doing all of the campaign right, whereas he was able to sort of do the combat much more efficiently than I could. So, yeah. It's amazing to see that on your list, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's a great game. It's so much. Clearly, it's in my top 10. So, yeah, I just think from for a long time, video game, board games it was like a dirty word, right? But we've just had so many great ones come out, Dead Cells, now Betrayal, Elder Scrolls. I'm trying to think of something else. Slay the Spire, like these games that are really, really good. They look at what's fantastic about the video games and try and use that in a board game form rather than just slapping something on the front and then it's Metal Gear Solid or it's Monster Hunter or something like that. So, yeah.
All right, let's move on now to the next number 5. Joe, hit us.
It's me. So, if you didn't listen to last episode for some reason, I'm doing haikus to get the gang to try and guess my games. My number 5 haiku is: nested circles hide. Guess what lies within each ring? Deduce cleverly.
Things and rings.
Yeah. Rings and things are the Things and Rings. Great game. So this is new to my top 10 list this year, and it's, I reckon, one of my most played games of the year for sure. Again, so easy to table, so much fun, so quirky, so different to a lot of almost every other game that I can think of, really. Like, it's very, very different and clever. I think it's polarizing. Some people really hate it, like Mitch. But I think I love this game, and I love tabling it and teaching it to people.
I definitely did a 180 on this game. because I was probably one of those people who's like, nah, don't like it. But I also felt absolutely targeted when sitting at the table. It's like, yeah, it's this. No, that doesn't go there. And I can't remember who I was playing with, but someone else moved it. I was like, that's not your job to move it. That's the clue person's job to move it. They know the clues.
I was in that same game. It was at PAX, and you didn't know one of them for whatever reason, and you placed it there, and the whole table went, nah. And I was like, that's really harsh because they all knew, but the clue giver didn't get the chance to tell you. The whole table, like, nah, it's not. It doesn't go there, mate.
I was like, do you want to cop hands? Because you're all going to cop hands.
I've only played it co-op. Oh, no, actually, no. I've only played it competitive. So where there's the clue giver and then people are competing to be the last one to shed their cards. I've actually never played the co-op variant at all.
No.
Yeah, amazing.
Do you ever play with it anything less than the 3 rings?
No, always 3 rings.
Because you can, but that's the wrong decision.
It's just not as fun.
Then you don't get that middle bit, like the middle union.
The Venn, as they call it. The middle union?
That's the spot.
We're not going to go past what you just said.
The union. In the Venn diagram, that section is called a union.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Brilliant game. And by an Australian designer. So we love to see that. All
right. I'll do my number 5 now. This is a game that has been on my top 10, again, 5 years running, and it's moved up and down, but it's sitting at number 5 this year. It is the behemoth that is Cloudspire. And, oh boy, I've talked about last episode, I have renewed excitement for Inish because the new version's arrived. Very soon, the last expansions for Cloudspire and the big storage box and everything will arrive for that in the coming month or so. I believe I got an email about it coming. So, yeah, Cloudspire, I've played this game so many times, all pretty much solo the entire time. Love the campaigns, love the puzzle that it is. Components are fantastic. But I have only got to play it a couple of times head-to-head with other people, and it's brilliant. I wish I could play more 1v1 games of it, but even without that opportunity, solo has been incredible. Cloudspire.
I think the solo puzzle for that is better than the puzzle for Too Many Bones. Like, personally, that's how I feel. Yes. And obviously, Too Many Bones is a cooperative game, so you then got that extra layer of the competitive nature of Cloudspire. Like, it's so good, and the variation between the different factions. You're virtually playing different games. Like, that's with the same underlying mechanic. But yeah, it's so good. I haven't even tried some of the expansion content, really. So yeah, I've still got so much, and I can't wait. I can't wait for it to land as well. I'm so excited.
Yeah, one of the modes not really talked about often, I've only tried it once. It has a horde mode. So you know how it's like wave after wave keep coming. You just got to see how many waves you can survive. And it's really well done. It's really hard as well. But man, yeah, such a good solo experience. All right, so let's move on to Lauren. What you got for us?
I reckon about 50 copies of my number 5 could fit in one box of Cloudspire. I think the best Sashi and Sashi game ever made, and that is Wine the Film.
Hell yeah.
It's very good.
It real good. It's more available in photograph, but if you own that version, frankly, in the bin. Wine the Film, they're the exact same game, but Wine the Film is just a delightful, thinky, really unique card game where you can't rearrange the order of your hand except for kind of very select parts of the game, and you're trying to play out sets of cards and also pick up sets of cards. Whatever you pick up is what you have to put down. It's a card game about, I've really goofed. Oh, I see what I did 3 turns ago, and I've not set myself up. You can play conservatively, but ultimately you're going to be playing less of the game as a result. You're just going to have less cards in front of you. It's so interesting. It's so, just not like any other card game I've played. I constantly gush about this. I relish in opportunities to introduce this to people, and I'm very happy that it's more widely available now. That is my number 5, Wind the Film.
I thought that was called Wind the Film.
You're winding the film of an old-timey camera.
Shut up, Adrian.
Hey, don't blame me. I've got dyslexia, mate. Like, I feel attacked.
Yeah, you thought it was Wink the film.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the best Sashi and Sashi game easily, and it was it was number 12 for me, and I just could not get it in my top 10, which made me very sad. But yeah, love that game. It's so fun, so thinky, and it helps you to feel so clever when you don't feel really dumb for making the mistakes that you were talking about. Great game.
Unless you play it with Tom, and then you feel real dumb.
Yeah, that's every game with Tom. Every game with Tom, you feel real dumb.
All right, let's finish off the number 5s. Dana, what have you got?
Okay, so I'm not doing personal ads anymore. I ran out of sexual things to say because
true.
I'm a virgin.
We know that's not true.
And I don't know language like that. So now we're doing limericks. So there once was a forest so bare, awaiting trees and creatures to share. If a deer is appearing, best grab it from
Please,
the
one more
clearing.
time. It was very good.
Ignore a
and
mistake, so beware.
I
I
just need
know
to hear
it's
it
not
again.
Forest Shuffle, but it sounds exactly like Forest Shuffle.
Go on.
It's Forest Shuffle. I changed it.
The bait and switch.
You know that if you do that in the Eurovision Song Contest, you get immediately disqualified for not singing the song you nominated.
That's
So you're
funny.
out.
I couldn't. I was looking at my list and I thought I've played it so many times. I
Okay,
thought, why isn't
I
it in
have
there?
to know
So I
what
put it in there.
Lauren's face
So I
is
wrote a
disgusting.
limerick
She
and I
was
put it
so
in there.
upset when you said it was Forest Shuffle.
I need to
It's
ask,
just madness.
what did you unceremoniously and brutally boot
Yeah.
from number 5?
Oh yeah, that game.
Oh, that's
sucks.
weird.
I actually took out Andromeda's
It was
Edge.
off your list.
Oh, no,
and then you
come
didn't
on,
kind of
come
bump it
on.
into 10 or 9.
I
It
just
was off
hadn't
your
played
list.
it.
And then you're like
Straight number
straight to
5.
number 5.
And her number 1 is now gone to infinity and beyond. It's out.
Okay. Okay. So the reason why I couldn't put it in between 10 and 6 is because I couldn't write a personal ad.
Okay, we're
going to
be recording.
There's
for
no
like an
way
hour
I
now.
could do
You've
that,
got
but I
an
could
hour
write a limerick.
to come up with a personal ad.
I wish this was a video podcast because if you could have seen the physical reaction all of the other hosts had when you said it was Forest Shuffle, it was gold. It was,
I was
so
like,
good.
did I just dream the last episode? Like, did I dream? I was like,
It's the level of
10
gaslighting.
podcast
Yeah.
Is.
it was an honorable mention. What are you talking about? No.
It's both number 5
Yeah,
and
yeah.
honorably
That's
mentioned.
how much. Not just,
That's how good it is.
but not enough to be number 1, but
Anyway,
it's enough to be
appears
number
twice.
5.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
just chuck it in there. That's it. Oh, well, it's a card game about creating a forest landscape and you're attracting animals to it. And it's beautiful because you can play cards as you play a tree. You can play animals attached to the tree and you can play on the left or right, up and down, on top and bottom. And it's one of these games that rewards repeat plays. You really need to be familiar with the cards to be able to play it well. If you were playing someone who had just played for the first time and someone who had played it before, you would probably lose. But to me, it's the perfect game to play over coffee one day with my husband when I get him to play with me anyway. And we would just play it every day. And
Dana, you spoke about this game so well. I can't
it's always
believe
in my
you
game
didn't make it
bag,
into your top
always.
10 originally. It just blows my mind.
I know, but I just thought, I've got too many like cute games in there. And I thought I better have something
Nothing
serious.
more. We're moving on. Adrian, you're
Anyway,
number 4.
what can I say? What can I
My
say?
number 4 is the only
Anyway.
18xx game that will appear on my list, and that's Shikoku 1889. And now the reason why I put that in over some of the other ones that I actually do prefer is this one is the one that gets tabled. This is the one that I can teach without needing help as well. Like I can actually confidently teach this game. And it is the one that Lauren and I are going to force MJ and James to play over the break, because we have told them that they have unlimited cheese, crackers, snacks, and booze to get themselves through it. And yeah, it's just it is the best entry level 18xx game. And I wholeheartedly believe that MJ will actually enjoy it. I really like it. And I love the genre. It's just that I am not confident enough to be teaching some of these other versions of these games. They're just too much to them. So yeah, that's me.
Fantastic.
Great game. Great game. I also love the build-up of technology, where the ramp of power towards the end of that game, you feel like, heck, I could go anywhere. I could do anything.
Yeah,
It's brilliant. Yeah.
All right, let's move over to the next station. It's Conor.
So my number 4 is, I think, one of the best mixture of worker placement and deck building. In fact, I think it is. And it always gets compared to its offsider in Dune Imperium, but I think this game is so much better. I love the theme so much more because it makes me feel like Indiana Jones, and that is the Lost Ruins of Arnak. I think I caught flack about Arnak last year from someone. Joe's nodding his head there, yep. And
Probably me.
It was
It was
Lauren?
me and Jules. It was me and Jules.
So it's back, sucked in, and it ain't going nowhere. So I just really enjoy the deck building of this. I enjoy being able, and I think people's complaint of, there's not that much deck building. Well, there is if you prioritize buying cards, and the cards are incredibly powerful, which means that you get to use them, and then you have the more powerful cards that you have to discard the relic for. Like I said, I think it's one of those games where you play it once and it might not take your fancy, but the more repeated plays you have, the better it gets. And, it's an eye catcher. And similar to what I said about Revive, like, look at how far board games have come. Like, you wouldn't have thought a game like this would have existed 15, 20 years ago. So, yep, Lost Ruins of Arnak holds. I think it's actually gone up. So, but it holds steady in 2025. Yeah. So it's just more stuff to do, more variations.
Expansion?
The scoring
it
is more balanced now. Yep, it's a whole lot of fun, Dana.
I agree with you, Conor. It's
imagine
wonderful.
the personal
it would
ads you could have
be
written about
just
some of the
outside my top
investigators,
10.
Dana.
It's I could have done. I should do
I think
that.
you've
I'll
missed
do
your
the whole
calling.
lot next
You're
year.
very good at sounding sexy.
Yeah.
You're so welcome.
Before that goes anywhere else, Joe, hit us with your number 4.
All right, haiku number 4. Warlords roll 3 dice. Castle chains across Japan. Sengoku sparks fly.
Rumble Nation.
Yeah, good guess,
That's
Dana.
White
But it's
Castle.
Rumble Nation. That is correct. My second favorite area
Rumble
control
Nation.
game ever. This was in my top 10 last year, and it has slipped down 2 spaces just because the quality of some of the other games that have kind of risen to the top. Yeah, it's such a great distillation of area control into like a half an hour game that's so easy to teach again and again. Every time I play it, it's just such a fun time. I was so glad to have found a copy, but when it was still really hard to get when I was in Japan a couple years ago. And yeah, I've played a lot of it since I've got it because it's so easy to table.
It's a great game. It's so good. I remember you teaching it to me, Joe, and being like, oh boy, that was quick, bitey, easy to learn. I picked up a copy at PlayCon from Dean. It was a no-brainer.
Awesome. Yeah, cool. Great. It's my number 4.
Sick. All right, my number 4. This one is new to my top 10. It's definitely the spiciest one. Big disruptor. Might even say it's caused a rift. It's Riftbound.
Riftbound.
Yeah. As I was just going through the Pub Meeple, I just constantly want to play this game. I am loving the strategic depth, the tense decisions. It is just such a fun TCG. I'm just loving it. I'm all consumed by it right now. Connor's waving some cards. yeah, I'm loving the artwork. It's right as of recording right now. Every spare moment for my gaming, I'm like, can I get a game of Riftbound in? that's what I want to do, and it's just so much fun. So yeah, who knows where it will be next year? But oh boy, like the last few months, it has been all consuming.
We played it online together, and that TCG Arena was very
TCG
smooth
Arena,
and
yep.
very fluid once you built your deck. So it's very intuitive once you've actually
Yep.
made a deck on there and want to try it out. It's very good. So
Yeah. I've that's the only time I've actually played on. Oh no, that's a lie. I played once with you, and then I played against a random and beat them. But it's definitely a platform that's good to jump on with a mate and go on Discord voice chat. But yeah, loving going to Nexus nights and just meeting new people and making friends and seeing some familiar faces, local game stores. It's been a long time since I've played at local game stores, and I've been just enjoying being in that environment again. So yeah, that's my number 4. It's Riftbound, League of Legends trading card game. All right, Lauren, hit us with your number 4.
My number 4 is actually a crossover with Adrian. I thought I wasn't going to have any crossovers. I didn't realize how high this would be on your list. The game that's normally filled this spot is Decrypto, which I previously was my go-to best light big group party game ever, and I still think it's outstanding. But my number 4 is The Gang.
Whoa.
Wow.
Holy
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm shocked.
Oh,
This game,
wow. I'm
voila.
surprised.
I think you said everything
Wow.
to say
Yeah.
about this game, Adrian. I think it's also great with people who aren't really familiar with poker, because if everyone's equally rubbish at poker, then you're kind of just going off people's vibes and energies. Exactly like you said in the last episode, Connor. It's, reading what people at the table value. Just so much tension. Every time I play this game, it hits. And it really broadens the scope of buy-in I feel, for party games, because Decrypto, I think, needs a little more convincing maybe for some people, even though I think it's, brilliant. But, oh, you like poker? All right, let's try this. And it's just a lovely social dynamic to it. I've had wonderful moments. Joe, you use this phrase, and I really like it, which is the mind melding. That are we on the same wavelength? And you are, and there's just something so wonderfully satisfying playing this with both people you know and also people you don't really know. I mean, at both ends of that, being on the same wavelength as someone is super exciting. Every time I play it, it hits. Love, love, love. My number 4, The Gang.
Can say I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, completely agree.
Well, that's a bombshell. Donna.
No, I
how about
would
you
not
go
have picked
next?
that at all. My number 4. There once was a flip book to pass where sketches fell flat on their ass. From this side to that, each guest
Illustrations.
missed the bat, yet millions played
Wow.
this for the
Oh
laugh.
man,
Oh,
that game
I know.
at Adrian's
Illustrations.
house with Manny and
Yeah.
you, Dana, was like,
And Harry.
oh, far out.
Yes. Oh my Lord. I just it's amazing to play. That was great, that game, but I played a lot with my family. I have no idea how like a house sitter can turn into a penis, but
Yeah, it
It
does.
always does.
it always does. It always turns into that. For those of you who don't know, it's a party game where you're alternating between drawing a word and then guessing what a drawing represents. And it's a bit like Chinese whispers. And often the word that you initially put down does not match what is at the end. And that's the funny part. And the worse you are at drawing, the
last
better in
weekend
this game.
was at a
It's
Magic the Gathering
fantastic.
event in
So,
Melbourne
yeah.
for work called Command Fest, and we had a bunch of Magic the Gathering artists actually attend, and people were getting cards signed, and people were getting custom pieces of art done on cards by them. We had a VIP area, and I thought, what if we got the Magic the Gathering artists to be the people drawing for basically a Telestrations type game? It wasn't Telestrations exactly, but what's the other game where you're drawing your teams trying to just guess it?
Scroll?
Pictionary?
Yeah.
Dictionary.
Pictionary, that's the one. But yeah, like, oh man, Telestrations hit so hard, but it was just really funny playing with actual artists and how terrible the drawings were when they're having to do it under pressure. But yeah. Yes, I typically
Do you
play
play
with
it
a
with
timer.
the
Otherwise, some
timer?
people get
Do you play
too
it
much
that way?
time to draw.
I'm pretty sure Mitch had that problem
Yeah.
with his son Brad.
Yes.
But Brad's drawing was incredible.
good.
Like it was like the ones that used to be on Cheese TV, the artists that would come in and draw on the whiteboard. It was like that good. I was like, what? Like I can't even. I do stick figures in that game because that's the way I could get my point across quickly and simply.
Yeah, mine looked like Mr. Squiggle before he's made it into a
Yeah.
picture.
Going upside down. Yeah.
It is funny though what you can make out of very, very limited lines. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's very good.
I had Wolverine, and I did a stick figure with 3 fingers and a little X for a badge on his chest. That was it. And you know, the next person got it. Dana didn't get it after that, but she didn't know who the character was.
It was very misinterpreted.
Yeah.
No surprise
It was
there.
not. It was far more corrupt than that.
It was a penis.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's a great game. Absolutely love it. And I know the 12-player party pack one that we have for the PlayCon library is insane. Like, absolutely crazy. So,
All right, let's move on to the first podium slot. Adrian.
no one's going to be surprised at my top 3. The orders kind of stay the same almost year on year. However, Pipeline has moved up a space. Horseless Carriage is no longer in my top 10. Haven't played it this year. Incredibly hard to table. Even like just remembering all of the little intricacies to Horseless Carriage is a lot harder than some of these other games. But yeah, Pipeline's great. I played it so many times with Finn. I think we had 14 games in the space of like 2.5 months. We were getting home and he was like setting it up in his school uniform while I was like cooking dinner and doing stuff. And then we'd play a game. Like it was, I think we got one game in just over an hour once where we just play and got it done. And yeah, love the game, still love the game, and sort of it reinvigorated my love for the game by getting to play it a lot. So yeah.
Great pick.
Pipeline. Yeah.
So good.
It's sitting in my top 20, but yeah, I need to play it again.
Yeah.
Has the record for me dropping F-bombs in the one sitting, I think, at the very first ever Brisbane game day, I think, when I played it. So, yeah.
That game just makes me feel so dumb all the time. I just feel extremely dumb playing Pipeline. It's amazing how it does that.
It was the first game that I played with Finn. He started with $60 rather than the 40, and he won. And I was like, cool, sweet. Well, next game will give you $50 to start with. And then he won. And then I gave him the starting money of 40, just like me. Then he won. And then we played again and he won. And then I won the next game. So he won 4 to my 1. And in 2 of those games, he had a handicap. But like, yeah, it's just a great game. It's thinky. It's just, it's everything that I like in a game. So
awesome. All right. Conor, number 3.
My number 3 has been number 1 before on my list. And I think it's probably my favorite game to play solo in terms of a board game, and that is Spirit Island. So, oh man, like
wow.
I've talked about how I love the concept behind it and the links to my heritage and things like that. And even though it's not the same shared, spiritualism and stuff like that, but yeah, just love the hand management behind it. I like the combos. I like trying to combo with other people. It's 100% co-op. So I think that's when people think that, I've just got to work on my island. No, if you can get across and make your spirits cross over early in the game, you have so much better synergy between the different spirits. There's so much in the box in terms of being able to challenge yourself, and the spirits that have come out are just fantastic. I'm wondering if they're ever going to release any more spirits, or if it's done. It's just such a great game. It's fantastic solo. I wouldn't play anything less than 2 spirits solo because I just love the intermingling of the spirits as well. And yeah, I think it's great for player because you're sort of working as a team and you're kind of planning out your turn and then going, all right, let's do this and do it in this order and see which way we can get it, and then just trying to fight off the blight. Yep, it's so good. I just love it. Spirit Island, my number 3.
Cracker. Absolute cracking game. What I love about this, and I feel like people frequently say about it, is that it takes away a bit of the quarterbacking because there's so much going on that the table talk is not, you're going to do this, then this, then this. It's, I've got this area sorted. Can you deal with that
100%,
thing?
yeah.
And
Who can do this? Who can do that? I'll deal with this bit here. Who can deal with that? Yep, I've got this card that will help us. And actually, if you can push them first, that's really good. I didn't know you're going to push them or move them or whatever. That's cool. That means this is going to be more powerful for me, and I'm going to be able to gain some elements and then soup up my attack. And and the whole thing of fast powers and slow powers, like that mix of how effective they are, and different spirits have different fast and slow powers. It's just for a while it was set up on my table for months, and I would just play it once a day, like just different spirits, different combinations, try and master them as best as I could. So just awesome.
Yeah, such a cracking game. I used to play it a lot more, but don't have a copy. All right, Joe, number 3, what's taking your bronze spot?
Okay, my number 3 game is the last new game to my list, and the haiku is Royal Fate Refused, Cards Cascade to Freedom's Call, Princess Breaks Her Chains.
Rebel Princess.
The second trick taker on my top 10 list, and it's number 3. I have played a lot of this game this year, and I've been thinking about why it's kind of defied that opinion that I have of trick takers where, I'm just not a huge fan of them previously. And I think it's a few things in this game. I think it's very fun to play. It's not all that hard to table with people who haven't played trick takers before. And I think what keeps it really fresh and interesting is that the 5 kind of rounds will have a twist in its rules, and it's different each time. So the combination's different. So I think it just keeps it really fresh for me, and it kind of hits that kind of dopamine center of my ADHD brain where it's like it's fresh and new every time I play it. I think easily my favorite trick taker at the moment. And like I said, I'll keep playing it as well.
The most shocking thing about this is that you've got 2 trick takers in your top 10 for a person that has said many times, I don't like trick taker games. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's lovely to see because you're finding stuff that's different that you enjoy. So sick.
Yeah, this game's great. I think that especially when you've got trick takers that are based off games played from a 52 card deck. I mean, it's based off Hearts. Hearts is widely regarded as one of the best trick takers ever made, and it's been refined over centuries. So the kind of basis that it's on, which makes me really feel like there should be more card games based off traditional 52 card games made. Like that feels really unexplored. But yeah, great game.
Yeah, so good. And I think, is it Stockholm Syndrome? Maybe. But I also think I went out of my way to really try and understand trick takers when there was something that I didn't understand. And I think I've benefited a lot from it and really enjoyed it. My number 3, Rebel Princess.
Awesome. Good pick. All right, my number 3 is been in my top 10 all 5 years of us doing this again. I'm becoming pretty predictable. It's PAX Pamir. I love the layered puzzle of area control board. Just on a single action, someone can flip the whole game on its head, changing allegiances. I love the dynamic and unpredictable nature of the game. And I think the history of what the game is talking about is interesting, but it doesn't necessarily mean a great deal to me. It's more that shifting allegiances and trying to figure out a way with that limited, tableau of cards coming out to pull together that victory and find that moment to swing things in your favor. And yeah, I love it so much. I haven't got to play it this year, but again, when it comes up in the ranking engine for Pub Meeple, I just instantly clicking that, like, yep, I've played it. I have played the game a lot. I just haven't played it this year, but it's still very, very solidly in my top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I share that opinion, Jules. It is such a great game. I've enjoyed every game I've played of it. I know Lauren hates it, but Lauren, you're wrong. You're wrong, and I'm going to convert
okay.
you one day.
Great game, maybe just not great for me. But Jules has said that I need to play it again because I've said multiple times that the time I played it, it took like 5 hours, and I wanted to neck myself.
It should not take 5 hours.
Yeah, when I played it, it didn't take that long.
Isn't
but
it
I
a
also
shorter
It's
had
supposed to
a,
be like an hour and a half to 2 tops.
Was that with me, 80?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
It's just not.
I had
for
COVID
me.
at the time.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It
Yeah,
can
it's
be
just-
the game can be quite hard to learn at first, and you definitely feel like in the first few moves, what the heck am I doing? But yeah, once you play the game once or twice, it really starts to click. So
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree.
yeah. All right, Lauren, let's hear your opinions then on number 3.
It's okay. You can hate on my number 3. So my number 3, there are a lot of games this year that I didn't play or didn't play enough that fell off the top 10. This is one that I just couldn't bring myself to dethrone, even though I haven't played it this year. It is a second edition of what was already a popular game. It is Eclipse Second Dawn for the Galaxy.
Oh, cracking game.
Wow.
I just adore this game. It's maybe nostalgia goggles, but it was the first game that I had that really felt like a production. The bits were nice. It felt nice. The inserts were beautiful. Before then, I was like, give me a dusty Euro. I don't care. I'm not superficial. I am superficial. And there's so much to love about this game. It is more a economic Euro than it is a kind of space battle epic game. I think that the set dressing is maybe a bit misleading in that sense, but I love the resource management puzzle. I love the exploration. I love the way the asymmetric factions interact with the kind of NPC aliens on the board. I've talked about this game a lot. It's so Moorish. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It scales incredibly well across player counts. I like this at 2-player. Wonderfully complex. You can make it simple. You can kind of just have the vanilla base factions. You can add complexity to it. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about this other than I freaking adore it. And Voidfall has not dethroned it, Harry. Sorry. That is my number 3 bronze medal, Eclipse Second Dawn for the Galaxy.
Okay, Dana, number 3, what have you got?
There once was a mage chasing gold, with life, death, and calm to uphold. Just 8 cards to wield.
We all
Great
know it,
power
right?
they sell
yeah.
as
Yeah.
10 points
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
destiny.
Magic the
bold.
Gathering.
Everyone has to know it. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's Res Arcana. And I really toyed with the idea of having this at number 2, actually. I've been playing this a lot recently, and I can't even fault it. I actually can't fault it. As a 2-player game, I think it's one of the best that I've ever played. And I love Arc Nova, but it's anyway. I won't talk about that. But yeah, it's it's just so smooth. I just love that I only have 8 cards, and somehow I've got to find a way to make these things work. And when I feel like when I've ended the game, which is rare, when I've won the game, I feel like I've really earned it. I feel like I've really done it. But yeah, it's
100%.
just a fantastic game.
The problem
It's
is that
smooth, and I'm
I
sure
have
that
to
Adrian
play
agrees with
against
me.
MJ, and she is very good. Like, I just don't win. I never ever win. So do me a solid. Anyone out there, and including Dana, challenge her on BGA. Call her out in Discord. Someone beat her because she's very good. It's a great game though. I played Race for the Galaxy, the other game by the same designer, but for me, I don't know what it is about Res. I think it was because it's one of the early games that I adopted when I got into the hobby that I just got hooked on that one. And for me, it was just brilliant. So, yeah, fantastic game.
Great game. All right.
Agree. Love that game. So good.
It's time for the runner-ups. Adrian, number 2.
Look, this game's got plenty of maps, right? But it hasn't got as many maps as my number 1. But Barrage is my number 2. It's still there. It's just so good. And this is the thing, like we were saying before about how we all like these games and they're very hard to move. And even though these are years old, it's just a testament to how good they are. Like they are so good. They are the absolute top in their categories. And even with all these new games coming out, it's very hard to sort of dethrone them, like Lauren was saying. But yeah, for me, Barrage is great. And it's just another one of those games that I've been very lucky to play with Finn, and we've been played and played and played. We've got 12 games just with him, just as 2-player. We haven't played the 2-player map, the dual version yet, because there's enough going on in the core game itself. But yeah, I just love the game. So, and like I said, I've been able to table it, so therefore it still stays there. And it's very versatile. You can play it 2-player with the dual map. You can play it 2-player without the dual map. You can play it 5 players and be there for like a big 5-hour event game with a 5-player version. So it has a lot to it. So, and it's sad to say that I said, no, I'm not getting the big box. I'm done. But I can confirm I am getting the big box. and the 3 factions that I don't have. Yeah, I just caved. It's just, it is hard to deal with when you've got all this stuff and bits and bobs inside 3 different boxes, essentially. So yeah, and I've heard good things about the insert for this. So yeah, why not?
80, this is a game where, like, each time I play it, I stink at it. And I finished playing, I was like, I need to play this game more so I don't stink at it, so I can enjoy it so much more as well. So, yeah, I can, and lots of fun memories playing it with people from the community as well.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the podcast with Isaac Childress where you found out about this game?
Yes, correct.
Maybe?
Yeah. So,
if Pipeline makes me feel dumb, this game made me feel well dumb. Well dumb. It was, I want to play it again, just now I've got the hang of it, because I feel like the one-off with U80 was not a good showing for me.
It was pretty funny. We played it, and then MJ went out to get a drink. I took my turn, and I said to Joe, like, watch. When she realizes what I've done, she's going to get real mad with me. She's going to get real mad. And she came in and was like, looked at the board state and was like, oh, who did that one? And then just started flipping me off. And yeah,
That's
it's pretty funny. Yeah, it was good.
It's great.
Oh, man. All right. Connor, what have you got?
My number 2 is made by a really good friend of the show, and one of our really good friends, actually. They have been at PlayCon. They have made perhaps 2 of the greatest roll and writes, flip and writes, whatever you want to call them. It's Bobby Hill's Hadrian's Wall. And the reason why it's my number 2 is because I was so taken aback with roll and writes when I first played them. And I thought they were so cool. They were so great. I went on this absolute tear of buying everyone I could. And you know how every company was making a something and ride or whatever. And then Hadrian's Wall came along. And everything else after that, I can't even play or table anymore, because all I want to do is just play Hadrian's Wall instead of playing every other roll and write or flip and write or whatever it's called. It gives me exactly what I want from a game. I play a token, I cross off a box, I get another token, I cross off a box, I get another token, I get bonuses, I get points. And so for some reason, I still score sweet FA points by the end of the game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to score well, but I also don't want someone to tell me, because I want to figure it out by myself. You can play this on BGA if you want to save on paper, but there's just something about having those 2 sheets of paper there, and you go to one and cross it off and move across, and then you go, oh, I was supposed to be going down this part this game, but no, I've gone and spent it somewhere else, and so on and so forth. And oh man, it is just such a great game. Like, I have spent so many hours playing this, and I stink so much. Look, maybe if I play more of the Anarchy, it'll usurp it or gazump it, but for my peace of mind, if you're going to play, even want to play a midweight Euro, then you should look at playing Hadrian's Wall, because even though it's on paper, it is still really thinky, really combo-tastical. Rest in peace, Mitch. All right, but it's so good. I just love it so much. So yeah, thank you, Bobby. Thank you for everything you've done for our community as well. And what a great game.
I have to laugh. It is a fantastic game. I've only played it a couple of times, and it just feels so addictive each
Yep.
time you play.
Yep.
It's super addictive. But I have to laugh. You said about saving paper. That is the least of your concerns in buying this game. It has a phone book of play sheets in the box.
Let me tell you, Jules,
Yeah,
if I wasn't playing
that's
this on
right,
BGA,
that's so
I would
true.
it would be like they'd all be gone. Like that's how much I've played this. Like it is
Man,
just
that's impressive.
Oh yeah. I've even got the erasable boards too now. So like
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
worry about paper. I just have erasable boards. So yeah,
Good.
like it is just, man, I would never, like all these games on my list, I would never say no to a game of this, but you know, I would, just like I said about Seeds of Strife, I would push people out of the way to sit down and play this game.
Every time I play it, I'm amazed that someone was able to create something like that
It really
on two
is.
pieces of paper.
It also feels like the
It
first roll and write
is
that
a
was
marvel
exceptionally
of design
ambitious
to me.
with how much of a game it could be. And I feel like, Hadrian's Wall walked so X game could run. It's brilliant. I think that Anarchy is great. And while I feel like that might be a better game for me, Hadrian's Wall just it's so easy to table. 2 sheets, boom, dump all the little guys out. Done, let's go. Shuffle a deck, ready. And I don't think the Anarchy quite has that.
I think it was that ambition about making a Euro game, like a flip and right Euro game, right? So I think that is what really made it so interesting to start with. But then I think what's great about Hadrian's Wall, and you kind of said this already a little bit, Conor, is that in a good flip and right or roll and right, you want that kind of feeling of, oh, I get to do this, and that unlocks this and lets me do that. In Hadrian's Wall, it feels like they can go on for a long time. You're like, that lets me do this and swap those people, which gives me that, and then it gives me this and this and this. And so it goes on for a long time. And so that feeling is just really nice to have that kind of long combo. Yeah, it's just so
and
nice.
then you delude yourself into thinking you planned that long combo all along. You're like, I'm a genius, but it's just dumb luck.
Which is why I end up going off track away from my plan, because if I just had a shorter, sharper turn, I would just get it done. But no, I just get, I can spend, the yellow
That's
people.
literally what I was going to say. Like I do the same thing. I'll go towards the left a bit, then just keep going hard left when a couple of steps before I should have taken a right and done something else and marked something else because I would have done much better. But you just get so in the zone by going like, one the yellow, get this, swap that for a black, get a blue thing, tick this off, blah, 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 blah. And you just keep going. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. So
Very good pick. All right, number 2, Joe.
Numero dos. Dice climb castle floors. Cherry blossoms fall softly. Honor points the way.
White Castle.
It's the White Castle. It's gone up 4 spaces on my top 10. And that's because every time I play this game, I appreciate it more and more and more. And it is... I said that SETI is one of my favorite Euro games that I've played in the year. I'd classify it as like a heavy Euro. The White Castle, I think, is a midweight Euro that is just... Every time I play it, I think it is so elegant, the way that they have distilled a game into 16 was it 16 turns? 9 turns? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's 9 turns, actually.
9 turns.
How they've distilled a game into 9 turns, and yet it doesn't feel horrifically restrictive. You feel like you've got a lot of options. The options are interesting. The way you score points is really interesting. The theme is great. The production value is great. It's one of those games that just kind of ticks all the boxes for me. And I just love it. I love that it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's like over and done with within an hour and a half easily. Yeah, this is a game that I'm going to take with me to Darwin as well to show my family, because I think they'd probably get a real kick out of it. And yeah, love the White Castle. It's one of my favorite games.
What I really enjoy best about White Castle is the fact that you talked about the limited number of turns and not being restrictive. the way that you know that it's not being restrictive is if you're me and you play poorly, you know that if you played a little bit better, you actually could have made the most of that last turn, or you could have got eked out a couple of extra resources to use for your next action. So because of that, it is 100% so well balanced that it rewards really clever, really strategic play and planning out those turns and knowing that, hey, if I'm going to take that high value dice to be able to use inside the castle, I'm going to have to go first. So I might have to sacrifice my turn to go first in order to move my token ahead so that I'm first next turn. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's, yeah, I love it.
I think the thing I like about it is that, you set up what resources you get from which dice and in which place, and then what resources you get from like the minimum action space, or the action space that anyone can take, essentially. And that means that it is going to be a very restrictive game, depending on what resources are there, or a very not restrictive game. But then that's the same for everyone. It's not like, well, I've restricted myself. It's everyone has the same feeling in the game, which I think is very democratic in that way. Yeah, love this game. So great. It's my number 2, White Castle.
Awesome. I've only got to play that once, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I have to play it again. All right, my number 2 is again a game that has been in the top 10 for a while now, and it's sitting in the same spot as last year. It is Root. And I'm seeing a theme here, actually. This is the third game sitting in my list that I have renewed excitement because expansion content is coming imminently. So, I don't know, 2026, maybe I'll get to play my top 10s a lot more with the new content on the way. But yeah, Root, everyone listening to this has probably heard ad nauseum about the game, but it's just so good. And I will admit, yes, it has a high barrier to entry to really enjoy the fullness of the game. You need to understand what every faction is capable of to exploit their weaknesses when you play. But yeah, once you get over that hurdle, oh boy, does it just deliver endless amounts of entertainment.
Yeah, agree. I'm going to talk about it later.
Yeah,
no spoiler.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say about the barrier to entry, Jules, because I feel like for this game, the barrier to entry is only getting higher and higher and higher as more content is introduced. But I feel like they're not catering to those people. They're catering to the people that already know and love this game or would want to play it. I've personally not played it with the hirelings. I would love to see how that changes the dynamic of the game. But yeah, every time I've played it, it's been great.
I think the point system that they have in terms of balancing presence on the map and what you need in order to make the game interesting, I think that goes a long way to limiting having too many of the newer factions in the game. You can definitely, you don't have to stick with the base 4 or even just 1 or 2 of the expansions, but they're doing a really good job of saying, look, these 2 don't have any map presence at the moment, so we'll make it a very slow game or let them take too much time. They'll build and snowball. And, of course, different factions will have different strengths and things like that. So, yeah, it's in my top 10. It's in Jules' top 10. It's going to be in someone else's top 10 coming up soon. So, yeah, it's clearly a great game.
I will say about the high barrier to entry is that I think it's a high barrier to entry if you've got mismatched experiences. But
yes,
I think it's a high barrier to entry that is worth scaling if you've got a group of people together who have a similar experience level with games and who are interested to play it.
Yeah.
The thing I'd say is the base game is perfect.
Oh,
the 4 original factions, perfect. You don't need to add all the other expansions if you're looking to get into Root. They're well balanced as they are, and definitely don't let it stop you if you're interested in a good area control game.
And the app is brilliant.
Yeah,
app's so good.
The app is fantastic.
But you need to get an expansion if you want the best faction, which is the Lizard Cult.
Can't swear on this
With that,
pod.
Lauren, what's
Can't
your
swear on
number
this
2?
My number 2 is a game that I've gushed about a lot on the podcast. It is the game that I think has the best narration, the best writing, the best storytelling of any game. And cue the tiny violin because it's Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective.
Ooh.
It's
Yes.
dropped.
It's dropped. I adore this game. but this game has a time limit. There's only 40 cases of this that I can play, and I don't have heaps left. And so while I do, enough time can pass that I forget all the details of a case and I can replay it or just experience the joy of introducing it to new people, it might just be the case that as more time passes from when I had the bulk of the experience of this game, that it's going to drop. And I know this is maybe, perhaps a little alone in my opinion of this game on the podcast, but I just think a lot of writing in a lot of board games, narrative board games, is really rubbish. And this isn't. This tells a story. This lets you feel like a detective. It lets you have aha moments. It lets you sit on a case and come back to it. It lets you think like a detective and get out the red twine on your board and make ridiculous, ambitious, bold connections, and they're not always wrong. It gives you a wealth of information to pass through. I do think that it's best at 2, but you can go up to 4 if it's people that really know each other well and kind of can engage in the game quite cooperatively. I do like it more with people than solo, but yeah, it's just such a good game. It lets me think creatively. It lets me solve puzzles and problems, and I love doing that. Outside of board games, but in this game as well. It's my number 2 game, Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, and if you had to twist my arm, Baker Street Regulars is the best of the lot.
Yeah,
Dana, you would love this so much.
I really need to play this.
So much. It's such a thrill to get to the end and know that you are on the right track, or know that certain things are red herrings and you worked out that they're red herrings, so you didn't go down that path. I will say, though, Sherlock is so condescending, man. He is the most condescending individual in any board game. He's a jerk.
It's true.
See?
But you're not playing to beat Sherlock. You're playing for the experience.
Yeah.
I have never delved into the world of murder mystery solving type games, and so I do have a prototype for a different game, sort of one of those ones that just comes in a packet to sort of solve. If it's something that I enjoy, that style of game, I will be jumping straight to Sherlock for sure. All right, Dana, what was your runner-up?
My runner-up is There Once Was an Estate to Shape. Through 5 rounds of dice you'd reshape. A mine and some goods, plus tiles where beasts stood, and silver bought more for your scape.
I thought I knew it, but I don't.
Yeah, I have a guess, but I don't think it is that.
I was going to say Obsession because
same.
You said estates at the start, but
The mines.
There's no mines.
Yeah.
Wait, can you say it again?
There once was an estate to shape. Through 5 rounds of dice you reshape. A mine and some goods, plus tiles where beasts stood, and silver bought more for your scape.
I've got it.
Oh, now I've got it.
Is it Castles of Burgundy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Castles of Burgundy. And this is actually what I thought would be a crossover with Adrian, because
there you go.
I remember you've talked about it. It's just one of those, I don't want to talk about it for too long, but it's one of those rare games that just hooks you from the very first play, and it just keeps you wanting more. It's addictive. It's so satisfying, and every decision is important. I just love it. It's one of those things where I was thinking, I can't fault it. I actually can't say a bad thing about it. I can't say anything negative about it. You have to play it. Whoever has not played it must play it.
You've heard the decree from Dana.
That's it.
All right, number ones, Adrian, shock us.
Age of Steam is still my number one. It's so good. It's cutthroat. It's kind of economic. It's got like rail building and network building. It's got maps out of the wazoo. I backed Speakeasy and bought more maps for Speakeasy. Now they've done another campaign for more maps, and I've bought those maps. And I found them all really interesting and all different enough that they do add enough of a twist and difference to get good enjoyment out of them. I do already have some favorites where I'm like, oh, if you've already played Rust Belt 4 times, this is the one we should play next because this is a great map for something different. And then I have other ones which are real head messes where I'm like, we're not going to play this one today, because you've only ever played it once, so we'll play something else. But it has a lot of variety. It plays great. I still love some of the 2-player maps. Some of them are great. And some of the 3-player maps are also great. And then you can play it with 6 and it's like a proper sort of event game. So yeah, absolutely love the game. Can't say enough about it. So this is my number 1 2 years in a row. So
It is a great game, except I don't own any of the expansion maps. I've just got the base game.
yeah, I mean, the base maps are great, right? They have all the core system that you really need. And there are some maps in there that add a point of difference. They're not just base maps. They have different rule sets. But some of the bonkers rule sets are really interesting. Like the Sweden recycle map's really good.
That's the one I want
the
to
North
try.
China's really good. Great Britain's really good. Abraham Lincoln's funeral cart, also very good. Yeah, Disco Inferno, I haven't played it, but that's supposed to be really good. Blizzard of 72 is supposed to be great. I haven't played that one yet, but there's just so many maps. There's so many things that you can try with it. There's a really good 2-player map on the Salt Lakes, which I think is absolutely fantastic and probably my favorite map. I played it a lot with Finn, but it offers a point of difference to the game where there's no luck involved. Essentially, when you get goods on the map, you roll these dice and it allocates goods at a later stage of the game. Whereas on this map, you roll those dice before you start the game. So you can see exactly what's coming up. So you can really mid-max exactly where cubes will go. And yeah, that's also a very interesting element of it. So yeah, absolutely love it. But yeah, we shall move on.
All right, Connor, number 1.
My number 1 is the same as last year. It is Oathsworn Into the Deepwood. This is the closest I get to playing Monster Hunter in a board game. Don't worry about the actual board game for Monster Hunter. This is so good with the fact that you've got to target different parts of the monster, the card play system. A lot of these games will obviously get compared to things like Gloomhaven, but the card play system for this, you don't discard the cards. It goes into rotation, and the more powerful the card is will determine how long it stays in the rotation for, and then there might be different effects as the card moves on. You can upgrade your character in different ways and equip them with different equipment to give them passive buffs or active buffs. And then you've also got, it's funny that Lauren's number 2 was Sherlock Holmes. You then have a quasi sort of light version of that where you're setting up the scene and finding out what creature you have to hunt. It's got an incredible narration as well on the app. It's just such a fun game to play. And the best part is that they've done this really clever thing, and I've spoken about it before, where you can play as the light version of a character. So effectively, you're still having the same number of characters in your party, but you just reduce the complexity of that character. So they're only having 1 or 2 actions that you have to take, and you choose between them, and then you can rotate them through. You might use one character one time. Hey, I've had fun playing that particular character, so then I'm going to use the full-fledged version of the next one. Now, I tend to go 2 and 2. So I've got 2 like fully usable characters, and then 2 with the light version, and then and even just the world it's set in. It's that really cool, like not true traditional medieval fantasy, but it's still there and it's still dark.
Like a dark fantasy.
Yeah, and of course, like you can get the standee version, which I have, but Jules, of course, has painted the minis for the miniatures that you can get the armory too. Like, you can go as luxe as you want, but this is such an incredible game, so well made. I would love to see an expansion come out from it one day. I'm not holding my breath because I'd love to see more content, but I'm also more than happy to play through this multiple times as well. So another game I'm hoping to get played more and more next year with a bit more of a regular game group. And yeah, that is my number 1 game of all time for 2025, Oathsworn Into the Deep.
Speaking about great writing, excellent writing.
Yeah.
Writing is really good. Doesn't really make you cringe. Like, it's interesting. The story is really interesting. You care about the characters. I think it kicks the pants off of Gloomhaven. Like if you like Gloomhaven, you should be playing Earthsworn for sure.
Yeah,
because the combat system is so much more interesting and so much fun. Great game, Connor. Worthy of a number one.
Thank you, Joe.
All right. Talking of worthy number ones, go for it, Joe.
In my opinion, the most worthy. No surprise. But here we go. Haiku number one. Woodland factions war. Cats, birds, and vagabonds clash. Who will rule the trees? It's Root.
Mm-hmm.
We've already spoken about it quite a bit, so I won't talk too much more about it. But easily my favorite area control game of all time. I actually really enjoy teaching the game to new people. I think it's fun to see people see the possibility in Root. I don't find it daunting anymore to teach it because I've done it so much to new people. And yeah, I just think if you like combat games and you like area control, I think you are doing yourself a disservice not to try Root. The world and the art is so evocative, and the combat and the asymmetry is so satisfying. Yeah, I just cannot recommend this game enough if you like combat games, for sure.
Couldn't agree more.
That's Root.
All right, my number one is no shock to people. It's still Kingdom Death Monster. As I've said time and time again, it blends some of my two of my favorite hobbies. But I am quite excited because I have started to play again. Started playing with Kieran, and I didn't know how this was going to go. I thought, look, this is my favorite game. Played a session, and she's like, okay, that was pretty good. And then played, let's go another round. And so we're like 5 sessions into a campaign now. It is a big beast to table, but she says I'm actually quite enjoying it, which is very exciting. So I'll actually get to play it a lot more, hopefully.
So you playing it 2 characters each?
Yeah, 2 characters each. I'd love to pull more people in because I have not gotten deep into a campaign of this game yet. And I can already see the characters, each character gets a lot to manage as you go further into the game. So I think it's going to be really hard for us to manage 2 characters each. And that sounds crazy because most games you can do that. But
you're only playing the base game with maybe a couple of different
yeah, I'm just
bosses
doing base
or
game.
just base game. Okay, cool.
No, just doing vanilla base game right now. I do have all of the expansions for 1.6. I've got all the Gambler's Chest stuff. I've got content for literally decades to come. But yeah, it's such a silly game, but it's so evocative and emotional, and you get so excited when you get crazy level ups on a character and then they just die the next hunt, and you're just like, oh, that's crushing. But yeah, it's so good.
So the good thing about that though is that happens so often that you by the time you're on like Lantern year 20, it doesn't matter as much because you do churn through characters at a faster rate. So therefore, you're not completely besotted with one of your characters who dies because you're like, that's fine. That was bound to happen. He only had one arm. He had a broken back. He doesn't like sharp weapons, and he only has a sword. I'm glad he's dead. Let's go. Let's get a new one. I need a freshie. So yeah, it's a fantastic game, man. Like, and you paint the minis so beautifully that you're very lucky to sort of have that talent and skill to do that.
Yeah.
So
one day my collection will be all painted up, I'm sure. But what's funny is that string of ailments and problems that Adrian just listed. That is not even close to an exaggeration of what an individual character can experience in that game. So yeah, Kingdom Death Monster, still my number one. Would happily play that with anyone. It's hard to recommend because it's so expensive, but if you know someone that has it, just beg them to do a campaign. It's worth it.
It changed my life. Not kidding. I know it sounds really lame, but it's the truth. Like I spoke about in the last episode, like I've got people now that I consider family from that.
Yeah. What a bonding experience. All right, Lauren, what have you got?
My number one game is perhaps also hard to recommend and expensive, but definitely not as expensive as Kingdom Death Monster. It is my favorite Splotter game, and that is Food Chain Magnate.
Oh.
It's jumped up.
Wow.
I really like this game.
Did you back the fancy new version?
I did not.
No,
It was
okay.
way too expensive.
It was so expensive.
It was so stupid expensive. And also, the art on the old version,
Yeah,
I
it's
find way more
worse.
charming.
Yeah,
I
like
actually
the old
think
one.
it was a downgrade.
Lauren's got
Agreed.
class. Like,
Hell yeah, baby. So, Food Chain Magnate, there's a lot of rules. It's a heavy game, but the rules are so thematic. So I don't think that it's hard to retain the rules if you play heavy games. You want your employees to do more. You kind of promote them, upskill them, train them. That you need to pay them more. You want to expand your organizational structure, you're going to need managers. The bitiness of this game comes from the way that you market the goods. So you'll market out demand for some pizza or some beer, but just because this bloke in the house wants pizza doesn't mean he wants your pizza. He just wants pizza. And if Jules goes and sets up shop, makes it closer, makes it cheaper, well, they're not having Lauren's sad pizza. They're having Jules's amazing margaritas. So how bitey and interactive and tense this game is, I love. I think that it falls into the traps of, you have to play certain openings, but for me, that should be part of the teach. I also think that the expansion, which is very charmingly called the catch-up expansion, for its catch-up mechanisms, the coffee modules in that actually make the game much friendlier, in my opinion, because you're not totally out for the count, because you can set up your coffee shops on the way, of people's routes. So if Jules has this amazing marketing campaign and he's selling all his beer, well, I can just pop my coffee shops along the way and they'll stop for a coffee. And yeah, I just think it's a wonderful economic, interactive, strategic puzzle. It's a huge time commitment. It's 4.5 hours, for a full game of it, let's be honest. But what a game. I really want to try more Splotter games. I feel like I've not tried enough of them. I really feel like I tend to love them. The strategic depth in them, the level of interactivity. Bus is also a brilliant one, which Jules had on his list. But for me, just the meat and the event of Food Chain Magnate makes it my number one game.
Very strong pick. I've only played it the once and really enjoyed it. It was very funny seeing Mitch's strategy of going wide on his company structure and just hiring all the waitresses in the game.
He's got a Hooters.
Yeah, you literally ran a Hooters. Oh dear, but I need to play it again. I've really enjoyed it. Fantastic. All right, Dana, finish us off with number one. What did you got?
Okay, I've written a very short personal ad for this one. Because I just thought the limerick was too boring. So, Bow 45, animal magnetism, long strategic foreplay. I can go for 3 hours or more, no Viagra needed, but I'll conserve my energy for you.
It has to be Arc Nova, right?
It's Arc Nova.
Of course it's... Yes, it's Arc Nova, and it's a very long game, hence the no need for Viagra. But yes, it's my all-time favourite game. No surprise there. It's my most played game. Every time I play, it's a new puzzle, and it's always enjoyable. The game just makes me smile, even when I play terrible. And I think last time my win ratio was 23%. It's now 14%.
Oh boy.
So it's pretty bad. I'm really terrible at it. But that, to me, is a testament to the game. I play it a lot on BGA because it's easier to play that way. When I do well, like the highs for me are incredibly high. And when everything clicks and the lows are, very low, which is a lot of the time, which is 85% of the time. So, but I just keep coming back, and I've said about Castles of Burgundy and Res Arcana, they're the perfect game. And I know that Arc Nova can run very long, but if I had to pick, I would still play it any day. I just love it. So yeah, that's Arc Nova.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our 5-1 episode. I feel like there's been a ton of changes in the top 10s, except probably not mine so much. I'm happy for there to be a change, but nothing's knocked my socks off this year, other than Riftbound. But yeah, very, very interesting changes. We'll have to see what happens in 2026. We would love for you, anyone that's been listening, to share your thoughts. If you have a top 10, please let us know on Facebook, on Discord, and engage with the community. We love filming these episodes and recording this for everyone, and it's always interesting to see how our tastes have changed over the years. Maybe one day we need to do like a retrospective look back on top 10 sort of stuff and discuss that. But yeah.
We should do a board game bracket.
Bring the bracket back.
2026, it's the year.
Year of the bracket.
Oh dear. All right.
It's the one after Year of the Dragon, right?
Thank you everyone for listening. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. And we'll
Have
talk
a Merry
to you
Christmas, everybody. And a Happy New Year.
That's it. And we'll talk to you a ton more, I'm sure, in 2026. Play more games. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.